All right, let's check this out. So this is by the Officer Tatum, who I've seen before on this channel, and I'm subscribed to this channel. The more I watch of him, the more respect I have for him. In particular, when it comes to supporting Israel, I really appreciate that. And so this is Karoline Leavitt pulls receipts on reporter lying about Gaza aid. Why am I not surprised? Let's have a look.
There are now reports that Israeli forces are firing on Palestinians trying to get aid from the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation.
Some in the media, we don't take the word of Hamas with total truth. We like to look into it when they speak, unlike the BBC, who had multiple headlines.
How are you beautiful and smart and have tenacity? They can't. There's not a Democrat on planet Earth that's beautiful, smart, and tenacious. That doesn't exist. And they hate. And she's 20 something, ain't she? She young. She a young one, and she on here whooping them harder than any press secretary in American history.
Yeah, I also like Caroline Leavitt. She's right. I mean, you don't go and trust Hamas, a terrorist organization. It's insane. The what's it called? The Palestinian Authority or whatever, the counting numbers it's run by Hamas, so you can't trust it. Anyway, let's see what Tay has to say.
I will be in jail if I see somebody wearing an alligator Alcatraz shirt.
Alright, let's skip this sponsor.
Go to Caroline Leavitt before I lose my whole audience. Caroline Leavitt shuts down anti.
Brandon is also really funny. That's why I like listening to him as well. So he gives really good political insights, and in the same time, he's entertaining to watch.
Israeli reporter, and y'all know they call me Talmud Tatum Steen. I love when these subjects come up because I'm so sick of people just blatantly disrespecting Israel and making it seem like Israel is like a cesspool of violence and terrorism like Iran and some of these other countries that people won't dare open their mouth and disrespect. They won't dare say nothing about none of these other countries, but they got some like this. They got this thing against Israel. Roll the clip.
Should both of you, yeah, go ahead and then back.
Yeah, thank you. There are now reports that Israeli forces are firing on Palestinians trying to get aid from the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. Up to 20 people, according to the Red Cross, have arrived to the hospital that they've set up with gunshots.
So this is so wrong that I've literally seen footage of members of Hamas abusing the Palestinians and stopping them from getting aid. It's insane. It's like the exact opposite of what they are saying.
Wounds have died from them. Is this administration aware of these? And I mean, what is being done to address this situation?
The administration is aware of those reports, and we are currently looking into the veracity of them because, unfortunately, unlike some in the media, we don't take the word of Hamas with total truth. We like to look into it when they speak, unlike the BBC, who had multiple headlines. They wrote, Israeli tank kills 26, Israeli tank kills 21, Israeli gunfire kills 31, Red Cross says 21 people were killed in an aid incident, and then, oh wait, they had to correct and take down their entire story, saying we reviewed the footage and couldn't find any evidence of.
I think this is actually a few weeks old. It's not like this footage of Caroline saying all this is a few weeks old, and obviously Officer Tatum is just only now making a video about it.
Anything. Oh, okay. So we're going to look into reports before we confirm them from this podium or before we take action. And I suggest that journalists who actually care about truth do the same to reduce the amount of misinformation that's going around the globe.
They hate her, boy. Hold on, keep on there. They hate her, bro. How are you beautiful and smart and have tenacity? They can't. There's not a Democrat on planet Earth that's beautiful, smart, and tenacious. That doesn't exist. And they hate. And she's 20 something, ain't she?
She's like 20. I think
She young. She a young one. And she on here whooping them harder than any press secretary in American history. They hate it. Let's get to the crux of what she said.
I think she's the youngest press secretary in United States history. I think so.
She said, and they're going off of reports from Hamas. This is what bothers me a little bit. People say the IDF is just killing innocent people all the time. They just shooting and like blowing up churches and buildings and stuff, and they kill so X amount of people. And you go, well, where you get that number from? Hamas. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Self-reporting, right? A person that is willing to come over into your country, they all in the same country, to be honest, all Israel. They're willing to come across their little jurisdictional line to come and murder children and behead people and rape people and kidnap people, but they're not willing to lie about numbers. Okay. They're not willing to lie about numbers, though. Their numbers are 100%. All the attacks that have happened is 100% truthful, but they're not even truthful where they stationed at and where they have their tunnels at. They're not truthful what they've been doing with the money and holding Palestinians hostage with aid and financial support come through, and they don't give nothing to the people, and they build tunnels and rockets and stuff to try to eliminate Israel.
Exactly.
Or the Jewish people in Israel. Come on, bro. Like, I just don't understand. If you claim that IDF is lying, then you got to know Hamas is lying then. You can't say, I don't believe nothing that the IDF say. The IDF is corrupt. Israeli government is corrupt. Okay. If that's how you feel, okay. And then when Hamas says something, when they give reports from Gaza, it's 100. Oh my! I can't believe it. I can't believe they just did 45 little kids. How do we know that they are not responsible for doing some of this stuff? Why wouldn't they enact violence against their own people in order to conjure up controversy to make Israel look bad and them look good? Why wouldn't they kill their own people in some cases? Why wouldn't they stage it or make it look worse than what it really is? Why wouldn't they lie about footage and say this footage is from this time and that was 6 years ago? Why wouldn't they do that? These same people are willing to hide behind their own citizens in wartime. These same people are kidnapping innocent people from Israel. Kids, women, children, people that have nothing to do with this conflict. They're willing to do that, but they're 100% operate with integrity when it comes to reporting how many Palestinians are dying. This is what they will not tell you. How many of the people who die are actually fighting on behalf of Hamas, but it's not wearing Hamas uniforms and is not designated as a Hamas soldier? How many? Because I saw a video earlier in the fight where you see a person come out the ambulance with the medical garb on, pick up a rifle from a dead Hamas soldier and ran it over to give to another one. Then when they found some of the hostages, they found them in the houses of reporters and other people that live in, that regular civilians. So you tell me who's who. It's crazy to me. Like I can see Hamas doing this, and people are doing it for the cause, right? For Allah. They know that they're going to bomb this building. They've given them an evacuation order, and some people, because of their support and love for Allah and doing their thing, they stay in the building anyway. So when the building blow up, they have casualties they can claim against Israel. I can see them doing it. Why wouldn't they doing it? They fighting for something bigger than just Gaza. They fighting for going to heaven and whatever they claim that they're going to get when they die. They have suicide bombers. You think people aren't sacrificing themselves in these buildings to make Israel look bad? They could be. I'm not saying they are, but I wouldn't look past it. I could see them holding up in a building, even holding their own people hostage in the building, won't let them leave, making sure women and children are there. Blow up, boom, and then they got dead bodies everywhere, and they're like, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. They got these people laying around, and I remember I saw a video that was concerning to me. I saw a video where it was suspicious to me because there was this explosion. And I start to pay attention to these videos a little more with a little bit of a little bit of skepticism. I said, the building is blown up, but all the casualties are little kids. Not a single adult anywhere in sight. According to their little people they picking up and the little people that arms are hanging off. It's like, where is it where in a time of war, you got kids somewhere separate from adults? In a place in which that's getting blown up. You would think that the parents would be with the kids. So it's a part of me wonders, and I can't prove it, but I wonder, are they setting these kids up to be leaving them in certain place so they get blown up and then they can be casualties? Because there's a place where you see like 5 or 6 kids, and you're like, well, there's nobody else out here. No adults are out here. This is very weird. Why is it just 4 kids laying around here in this random spot and there's no adults anywhere in sight? And then the building is just completely destroyed and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe they're just residual of the conflict, but it often makes me wonder.
Yeah, very suspicious. Yeah, I agree with what he said, and he has something really seems to be more rare nowadays. It's called common sense and logic. You don't need to be an expert on the Israel-Palestine conflict, and I don't think Brandon is, but he sees the situation, looks at it at a logical point of view, finds goes out of his way to find out some facts, puts it all together, and with his logical and wisdom, with his logical mindset and wisdom, he can figure out the situation in a more concise and proper way. Unlike these pro-Palestine people that just become brainwashed very easily from mainstream media and different influences calling it a genocide and all this, even though it's not, which that's a separate video. But basically, this is a really good example of someone who is not necessarily an expert or knows every single tiny detail about the conflict. I don't either. But he is able to come to the correct conclusions by just looking at the facts and not getting so incredibly emotional and yeah, being easily manipulated by the pro-Palestinian side, because it's really, really easy since the numbers are against the pro-Israel side. So it's very easy to just support Palestine. Don't worry about the facts and the sort of details of the situation. Screw that. I'm just going to support Palestine because that's the easiest thing to do. It's much harder and takes more time out of your day to look into it a little bit more and actually figure out what's really going on and then do a small mental switch into understanding the realities of war. And once you understand how it works, especially with this conflict, then you really quickly will be able to support Israel. It's not that difficult. I'll make probably a separate video about that. I've been wanting to make a separate video about how what's happening in Gaza is not a genocide. Because that's pretty much the #1 claim that's going around with the pro-Palestine people, is that it's a genocide, which it's not. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I would recommend people check out the Officer Tatum. And yeah, I mean, yeah, he's great. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.